It was the first day of kindergarten. Lunch. For the past hour or so, I'd been trying to ignore the pressure in my bladder, but I, along with my bladder, had finally reached a breaking point. Luckily, I felt as though lunch was the perfect opportunity to alleviate myself of this burden. Now, to preface, until my current predicament, I had never used a public restroom without a family member present. Indeed, I had never been so long without a family member present as this first day of schooling, so my nerves were already heightened. Walking into the school's restroom for the first time, I see that it is empty, save for a single student in the corner. Breathing a slight sigh of relief that the restroom did not mirror the chaos of the lunchroom, I approach the first urinal in my vision and, as a child does, drop both my pants and underwear to my ankles, arch my back, and extend my pelvis so that the stream of urine leaving my tiny child penis may fall into the bowl below. As I do this, I hear a voice from my side.
"Your pee-pee looks weird."
It was my stranger, he who had been in the room before me, a student a few more years than I. Seeking a rebuttal, I looked at his crotch, only to find his pants pulled up. He had been neither urinating nor defecating when I entered, nor was he presently washing his hands. Now, child me did not question his presence in the restroom. To me, he was merely an NPC, some cruel jester placed in this restroom to assure that I had as agonizing a time as possible. No, his true role in this story did not come to my mind for much, much longer. Choosing to instead ignore my assailant, I finish urinating, flush the urinal, and turn to leave. Just as I am at the exit, a voice echoes from behind me.
"Uh-oh, you're gonna have to get the janitor."
To my horror, I turn around to see the urinal, loaded with a previously unseen wad of toilet paper, overflowing my piss water all over the entire floor of the bathroom. I escape from the bathroom in hysterics, yelling and screaming for help. I grab the arm of the first adult I see and I pull him into the bathroom, pointing and yelling, "It's overflowing! It's overflowing!" He looks at me, a mixture of relieved, disappointed, disgusted. I am reprimanded for placing toilet paper in the urinal. Now, of course, I plead my innocence, and in desperation, I look for my witness, the jester, the one who watched me the entire time, the one who knew I did not place toilet paper in the toilet. He was gone. He had left during the commotion. The information of both my disruption of bathroom etiquette and apparent lying to authority is relayed to my teacher. Even as a child, I questioned how the toilet paper found its way to the urinal. The toilet paper, obviously, was found in the stalls, a dozen or so feet away from my choice in urinal. And the urinal was free of piss upon my arrival. It had to have been intentional. What sort of fiend, what sort of diabolical villain would go out of their way to place toilet paper in a urinal in such a way that it not just clogs the urinal, but is impossible to see until it is too late? It is a mystery that the child me could never find an answer to. I carried this memory throughout the rest of my schooling. If using the restroom would have these consequences, I would abstain. It took years for me to find the strength to use a public restroom again, and it wasn't until puberty hit that I was able to muster the courage to use one under any circumstances less than I am about to shit myself. But even then, to this day, I cannot force myself to use a urinal.